everyone to Late Night with Jerry Springer. Our main topic tonight will be the actual conflict right now between East Coast and West Coast. Ladies and gentlemen, do you like basketball? Cause I know someone who really does. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Jamal Magdi. Where are you from, Jamal?
I was born and raised in Brooklyn.
So apparently you went to prison, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes or a no?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, man, don't be like that.
You know how people be, brother. All I know is I did what I had to do.
So, you did shoot a man, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Do you mind going into details?
Nah, I don't want to talk about that.
You sure? Cause that's the goal of this interview.
Alright, here's what happened. I was just sitting in front of my mama's crib, chilling with my homie, and I saw this guy coming at me, and he stepped on my shoe. But he did that on purpose, I'm 100% sure. So I just took my gun out and shot him right here in the leg.
Okay, and I guess it is usual to have a gun with you in Brooklyn?
Yeah, everybody possesses a gun.
Do you know a lot of person who got guns in your area? Is that a tradition in Brooklyn?
Well, I mean, Brooklyn is a dangerous city, so I think we need guns to be safe. If I didn't have a gun, I would have been dead by now. Most of my homies, like Lamar and Franklin, they got guns.
Mm-hmm.
You seem surprised about that.
Yes, yeah, I can say I'm quite surprised. Okay, so now let's talk about your career. When did you start playing as a player in the NBA?
Well, I was actually drafted when I was 18 years old, but then the incident happened, and I've been in prison for 2 years. Had I not been to prison, I would have been in the NBA earlier. And now the season is starting in 2 months, and I'll be playing for the LA Lakers.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel about that? Because do you think it was okay to send you to jail?
Well, I mean, this was just self-defense. I shouldn't have been in prison. He's the guilty one, but it's all good now. I buried the hatchet, even if I wish they would have given me less than 2 years. But now I'm trying to focus on my career, and the more I practice, the better I get.
Mm-hmm. And apparently you have a lot of fans. Do you think they're gonna like you less because you went in prison?
Well, the opinion about me has got a little bit on the negative side, that's for sure. But I've still got a lot of fans. They're people that are important to me and that will support me until the end of my career.
It was a pleasure for me receiving you, Mr. Megli.
Thank you very much, Mr. Springer. It was a pleasure being in your show.
All right. So after a small commercial break, we're receiving Jamal Megdi's victim, Dave Gorl. Stay tuned. Look at this kid. You will never be as cool as this kid. Because this kid is skateboarding. Now all you have to do to be as cool as this kid is buy yourself a new skateboard. Yeah. Welcome back back everyone to Late Night with Jerry Springer. Here we're receiving the two victims that were engaged in the conflict that Mr. Megdi explained to us not long ago. Please welcome Mr. Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl.
Hey man.
So, thank you for coming, Mr. Dave Grohl.
You can call me Jerry.
Well, no, that's actually my name.
Is it? Oh, sorry.
Okay, so tell me, how are you feeling, Dave? You're stressed a bit, didn't you? Because if I were you, honestly, I think I would have been quite traumatized. I mean, you just got shot in the street.
Man, I quickly got over it. And I don't think it's very mature for him to start shooting people just because they stepped on your shoe. It's true, I wish I were a little wiser at the time, but what I did was an accident, man. I mean, you wouldn't shoot a man if he stepped on your shoe, would you?
Man, you must be a batsman, man.
Of course not, of course not. Now, tell me, how did it feel being shot and all?
I love it, man. I've never been happier. Many people have supported me during the time, but 3 people in particular were there for me. If that gun wasn't pointed at me, who knows? Someone else might have been shot. And, by the way, what's with it with those subtitles?
Yeah, tell me. Yeah, I know. It's quite. Sorry. Why is it with the subtitles? Can you put them off?
Sorry.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. All right. Obviously, now, would you mind naming the people who supported you for the audience?
Me, myself.
And I?
No, me, myself, and my cat right here.
Oh, I think that's a dog.
Yeah, that's a dog, man.
Excuse me?
Nothing. Wasn't your family there to help?
If you think being abandoned by your father at the age of 5 and your mother marrying 2 men at the same time is help, then yes.
Okay, anyways, how do you presently feel towards Mr. McD right here?
The better I get to know him, the more I like him. We've even burned the hatchet, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay then.
Okay, I heard that you recently started drumming, is that right?
Indeed.
Oh, and how do you being a professional drummer in the future?
As a matter of fact, yes. And I think I might join a group or start one.
Oh, do you have names for your group?
Nirvana sounds nice to me.
Okay, so that's it for these two. Coming up next, we have a very famous person as guest. Someone I'm sure you will all enjoy. So stay tuned, people. Excuse me, sir. What are you doing?
I'm writing a mail.
Mail? Haven't you heard of emails?
Email?
Yeah. You can also get it as electronic mails. All you have to do is go on this new thing called the internet. You type your mail, you press enter, and that's it.
I love internet.
It's the internet.
Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. And I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air. In West Philadelphia, born and raised, on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. When a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle."
So, welcome back everyone. Now we're receiving one of the best actors now on. Please welcome Mr. Will Smith.
Hi, Mr. Springer.
Alright, have a seat. Alright, so tell me, how is it going, Mr. Smith?
Oh, you can call me the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Haha, I love your sense of humor. Now, let's talk more about your career. When did you start playing in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Oh, I think I started in 1991, so now it's been 3 years already.
And how does it feel?
Oh, it's great to play in a series of all these famous actors. I was a little bit nervous at the beginning because I was pretty much the only actor that was not a star. But the more I played, the more I got used to it, and now it just feels good.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so I personally like this series. Like, you also have a lot of teenage fans who watch your show, and most of them they love it. So, do we have Will Smith fans tonight? Alright, see ya? You got a lot of fans.
Yeah, I've got a lot of fans, but you know, when you're famous, like when you're the main character of a well-known series, it's normal, you know, that you got a lot of fans. But you're famous too, so I think you know what I'm talking about. Don't you?
Yeah, of course I do. Are you planning to do movies in the future?
No.
Okay, so sorry.
No, I don't really want to play in movies in the future. I mean, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is already a good experience, so I don't want to pursue my career as an actor.
Okay, so I listened to your hip hop albums, and so do you prefer your career more as an actor or more your career as a hip hop artist?
Well, if I had to choose, I'd rather be a hip hop artist because I'm just having more fun rapping than acting, and in my opinion, a hip hop artist career is easier to deal with, and I wish I could manage my acting career as easily as my hip hop artist career.
Mm-hmm. And you're presently working on another hip hop album.
Yeah, I've been working on one for a few months now, and if everything goes on well, it should be out at the end of next year.
Mm-hmm. Concerning the West Coast, East Coast conflict between Tupac Shakur and the Notorious Big, whose side are you on?
They're both very good, but in my opinion, Biggie Smalls is better. I love his songs, and he has helped me for my first 2 albums, and I really appreciate that, and therefore I've got a lot of respect for him.
Yeah, thank you for this interview, Mr. Smith.
It was a pleasure to be received here, Mr. Spring.
All right. After a short commercial break, now we'll be receiving the famous rapper Tupac Shakur. Stay tuned, folks.
Oh man, what's happening?
I don't know, man. Just problem my shoes.
Yeah, you better fix something, bro.
Yeah.
These are the new shoes. Let's see how he does with them.
Ready?
Yeah.
Hold up, son. Whoa. Yeah. To all the killers and the $100 billers. For real, niggas who ain't got no feelings. Check it out now.
I know it's probably thanks to brand new Air Jordans.
Jesus, I like the music.
Hey, you youngsters, aren't you tired of listening your music to old vinyls?
Not really.
The answer is yes, you are tired, and this is why I'm bringing now for you compact disc, and you can also call it as CDs. This invention now here is revolutionary. You just take it, put it in a CD player, and you press play, and that's it.
Can I feel it?
Yeah.
Damn, that actually looks pretty good.
Yes, you are right, sir. It is pretty good. And
Can I see?
yes, you can see it.
See.
And now the price for this wonderful invention is only $10.99.
No way.
Oh, yes, it is. Now say goodbye to your old vinyls that you can now put in the trash. Everyone, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the King of the West, the unbelievable, the incredible Tupac Amaru Shakur.
Hey. Thanks for having me, man. It's really good pleasure to meet you.
No need to be so modest. I'm the lucky one here. But it seems like with your last album, Tupacalypse Now, you truly became a legend.
Well, I wouldn't have made it here if it weren't for my friends and my family. You know, that's how it is.
Oh, that's right. You came for a pretty violent and free moment. Would you mind talking about the thought process behind this album? I was really excited about this project.
Well, first and foremost, I just thought that there were lots of topics that simply were kept in the shadows, and I like speaking the truth. You know that? I like speaking the truth. There's so many political issues out there that I wish were addressed. The people have the power to change things. They have the power of speech, but they don't use it. The more songs I write, the bigger the influence I have. And I will use this influence to make things better.
Wow, that's quite amazing. And if I'm not wrong, your mother is strongly affiliated to the Black Panther Party, is that right?
Yeah, she is. She's really a really amazing icon for the young people in the ghetto. She truly inspires us, and I guess I'm following in her footsteps with what she did before. But we all like to live based on our parents' ideals, don't we?
Truly, you could say you're following in her footsteps. But because this album was a great accomplishment.
Thank you, man. Really appreciate it.
Now I know you're really busy preparing your next project, and you're doing a bit of acting. Is that right?
Yes, sir. I feel like I have a lot of talent in acting, and some people think that it's too soft for me, that I'm not being a real thug. You know what I mean? But the thing is, Jerry, they don't know what a thug really is. So I'm just being real. I do what I like, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, truly inspiring. Now, before we end this interview, I'd like to talk to you about the East Coast, West Coast conflict. Would you mind bringing enlightenment to this rather confusing subject?
Want to know something, Jerry? It's a really big topic that we could debate on for hours, but I'm just gonna brief you in right quick. When two group of people want to prove that they're the strongest, well, they're gonna do anything in their power to do that. I do what I do over here, making music that's really truthful, that's for the people. Biggie does whatever he does over there at the East Coast, takes full responsibility of it. I tried to stop the feud. It kept on going. It is what it is, man.
All right. I'm truly grateful for your time, man. I see a really bright future for your career, and thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. Really appreciate you, man. Bye, Jerry.
What we're living in, let me tell ya. And it's a world that man can eat at all, when things are big that should be small. Who can tell what magic spells we'll be doing for us? And I'm giving all my love to this world, only to be told I can't see, I can't breathe, no, I'm not
A new documentary is asking an old question. Who killed rapper Tupac Shakur? And now a former Compton officer is offering a $100,000 challenge to the man he's convinced was behind the murder. Chris Blatchford has the latest developments.
I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor and even worse, I'm black. My stomach hurts.